What is good, YouTube, man? Today I'm back with you guys, with the nation, for what? For another video, man. So, really quick, man, I have to give a shout out to all you guys who supported that live last night, man. You guys really came through. That was, I think, my most viewed live show ever, and I've done about like 7 or 8 lives already. I had about like 115 of you guys coming in and supporting, and shout out to all you guys who gave a super chat last night. That means a lot. You know, I never asked for you guys to do that, so that really knows that it came from you guys, and yeah, man, it's a true blessing to have you guys, and shout out to you guys. But really quick, we have a new creator of today's thumbnail, and I've been in contact with him before. You know, he's helped out, or he's tried to help out with the channel before. And shout out to my boy Vro. I'm gonna put his link to, I believe, his IG or something like that in the description. So go check out his I think his page or something like that, if you guys can. But let's get into today's topic, man. So as you can see by the title, as you can see by the players in the title, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 guys that I really want us to target tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? It is tomorrow. Less than 24 hours away. Hopefully by this time, the Raiders are on the clock and we have one of these guys on our roster for next season, right? Now, let's get into it, right? So, in this I'm gonna start from, you know what? I'm going to go from 3 all the way up to 1. I'm going to go from 3 all the way up to 1. So, I have 3 main guys that I really believe the Raiders should target tomorrow, tomorrow night, whatever time it is for you guys. And I'm going to start off with the one, the only, offensive tackle, Virginia Tech, Christiandarasaw, man. Christiandarasaw, dude, I like him a lot, man. 6'5", 6'6", fits the mold of Tom Cable's linebackers. I mean, of Tom Cable's offensive tackles. I know he played a lot of left tackle, but he also had a good some good tape at right tackle as well. Much like another guy in the second round, like Liam Eichenberg, can play both sides. Christiandarasaw, he excites me a lot, man. He's listed at about 323, pretty agile, good for the zone blocking scheme that I believe we're trying to move into. So I would love for us to have a Christiandarasaw on our roster for the upcoming season. And what I like about him the most, good run blocker. His pad level for a guy who's 6'6", really excites me, man. He can do it all. He can do it all. His pass pro needs a bit of touching up, but his pass protection isn't much like Tevin Jenkins, where he tends to have bad tendencies on like holding, or like a guy on Spencer Brown, where his pass pros it's not like he overcommits and that kind of stuff and leaves the inside open. He just needs a bit more, I think it's hip mobility, man. I think his hips, he needs to be able to open his hips a bit quicker, and honestly, I really think that Tom Cable can fix that up with ease, man. So if Christiandarasaw, he is one out of my top 3 on this list. He's number 3. So if Christiandarasaw is on this roster tomorrow, oh my goodness, I feel like this draft would be starting off with a W already. And next, you guys may have this guy, and your number 1. I had him as my number 1 before we re-signed somebody. And for those of you who've watched my channel before, or seen my lives before, or seen me on Dox's channel before, this player right here goes by the name of Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah out of Notre Dame. He is probably my favorite prospect in this draft. Now, for those of you who have been here for a long time, maybe like a month and a half, 2 months when I started this channel, you guys know that I believe one of my first appearances on Dox's channel, he asked me, who's your favorite guy in the draft? This was my number 1 guy. I really wanted Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah because at the time, Nicholas Morrow was set to test the free agency market, right? And I really like the fact that Nicholas Morrow is back, but I would have loved it even more if he would have been here for 2 or 3 years. And we don't have that. Nicholas Morrow is going to be looking to get another good year, and you know, props to him. He's going to want to get his money somewhere else, or maybe it's with us, right? But I really like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah can play strong safety. He can play outside linebacker. He can play the will. He's a very good spy. I would love for us to have him. He is extremely versatile. His closing speed it's amazing, man. Watching him against Clemson really excited me because, yes, Clemson did not have Trevor Lawrence, but he absolutely dominated the best team in college football. Or at least their offense. And that excites me, man. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah has been my favorite prospect in this draft. And the only reason he's at 2 is because it's not a glaring need like what we have at number 1. Who I have at number 1, this is a position of great need. And also, we re-signed Nicholas Morrow. So, with Nicholas Morrow here, it's not a pressing need. I do like the fact, though, that if we got Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, I would think that pick was an A+. And also, we have to remember, Nicholas Morrow is only here for 1 year. If we were to get any of these guys in the first round, we have the option of keeping them around for 5 years, right? And on decently cheap salaries, right? Nicholas Morrow is going to be more expensive than Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in his contract next year. Probably right now his contract will be more expensive than a rookie contract, you know? So I would love for us to grab Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in the first round. If it's at 17, I wouldn't mind it at all. And we all know Gus Bradley's resume when it comes down to Notre Dame guys. He loves them. He's used to getting the Notre Dame guys, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah was on our roster this year. You would see probably the happiest Raider fan there is, right? I would love for Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, but I would love for this guy at number 1 to be a Raider just a bit more. And that number 1, Raider Nation, it's not a linebacker. It's not a corner. It's not an offensive tackle. It's not a defensive tackle. It is on the defensive side of the ball, and I believe it's our greatest need of this team. And that's free safety out of TCU, Trayvon Merrick. Trayvon Merrick, man, I had him just below Jock when I was starting to evaluate these draft players. And, you know, at a time I was like, okay, well, we are set if we went out and got a Marcus Williams or a John Johnson III in free agency, and then we would have been in a great position to go out and get a Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah or a Christiandarasaw, right? But we didn't go out and get any of the top 5 free safeties in the draft. I mean, in the free agency period, we got Carl Joseph back. Thank the Lord we got Carl Joseph back, because that is some good depth right there, and he will be a valuable piece of this defense. But what I like about this even more is that if we were to draft 6'2", 203 pound safety out of TCU, Trayvon Merrick, yes, he ran a 4.5, but what I like about him is that, yes, he didn't have the top end blazing speed like somebody may want, but his instincts and his just play recognition, his IQ, unmatched. I honestly feel like Trayvon Merrick, I mean, if we look at the mold of the one safety that apparently the Raiders were in on this free agency period, and that was Rayshawn Jenkins. Rayshawn Jenkins is about 6'1" and close to the stature and weight. If we look at it, he fits the mold pretty well. He is a free safety. He is a deep high. I understand a guy like Jamar Johnson is a better scheme fit, but although he's coming from a quarter system or whatever you guys like to call it, whether it's a quarters or cover 4, when he did get the chance to play that cover 3 role, and even when he played in the slot, this dude is locked down. And you look at what Gus Bradley likes to do with his free safeties. Desmond King, for example, was a slot corner, was a free safety, was an outside corner. Merrick won't be able to play outside corner, but we have a good amount of depth at corner this year. But you look at what he did with Casey Hayward. You look at what Gus Bradley did with Casey Hayward. Casey Hayward was a slot corner, but played outside and at times played free safety. I think that if you look at what TCU safety Trayvon Merrick would bring to this team, he would bring an elite talent at that free safety position. I believe that he can come into the NFL and truly be a deep high safety. You know, if he was on our roster this year, oh man, that would be one of the best. That would be one of the best feelings ever, because as a Raider fan, we all see every year that we're in great position to do things right, and we always go to the left. We always steer to the wrong direction, right? And in all honesty, I feel like this year we're going to be doing things right. I don't see us messing up. I don't see Gus Bradley letting us mess up. I know that Gus Bradley is coming in here with a plan. He did it. He showed it with the defensive line. He's been aggressive. When he said he wanted Morrow, he got Morrow. When he said he wanted to fix up the defensive line, he fixed up the defensive line. And his aggressiveness and knowing what he wants and knowing that he has a plan on where he wants to head and in a direction where he wants to head, if TCU safety Trayvon Merrick is his guy, I believe we're going to grab him, right? I mean, I don't think at all Paul Guenther went into the war room, went into the draft room and said, all right, this is our guy. He is going to help our defense strive. Because no player in the Paul Guenther system besides the name of Vontaze Burfict could do anything right in that system, you know? And let me know what you guys think, man. I mean, I really think that these three guys, man, if they are on the roster, these are A-plus picks. These are A-plus picks. Just going down the line again, Trayvon Merrick is my number 1. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, a.k.a. Jock, is my number 2. And Christiandarasaw is my number 3. If I had to give a 4 and 5, it would have to be Jenkins at 4 and probably Zaven Collins at 5. And, you know, I would love this, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Shout out to all you guys who've been supporting this channel like crazy. It's really, really appreciated. And you guys need to give more credit to yourselves, man, for the growth of this channel. But Raider Nation, that'll be it for today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Go check out Vro's page. I'm going to leave it in the description down below. And I'm out. Peace.